So we're here with Karen Duncan, who is amongst other things, the wife of Arne Duncan, the Secretary of Education, Michael Graziano, and Ernie Park, who are the directors of a new film called Lunchline. And Michael, let me just ask you first, tell me a little something about what this is about. It's about the school lunch program, but...
Right, it's the history and politics of the National School Lunch Program. And so the film provides a lot of context for current debate over school lunch reform with all the political alliances, and it's a lot more interesting stuff to the history than people might realize.
And Karen, you were a part of this because of Michelle Obama's campaign to get kids eating better.
Well, the First Lady's leadership on this issue has been outstanding. I initially came to meet Ernie and Michael here because I was involved with the Healthy Schools campaign, who are a nonprofit out of Chicago that run a national school cooking up change contest. And so Christy Vilsack, wife of Secretary Vilsack at USDA, and I agreed to be national co-chairs to support the efforts of the Healthy School campaign.
So how's it going, the Healthy School campaign?
They're getting healthier. Things are going well. I think things are going well.
Ernie, talk to me about it. What are the challenges now in the school lunch program? Are our kids not eating healthy now?
Yeah, I mean, I think the challenge is money. You know, I think right now they're spending about $1 to 85 cents for the food to prepare school lunch for the kids. So that limits a lot of what you can do. You know, so that's I think the biggest hurdle. I think everyone needs a little bit more money so that they can get better food. You know, for the children.
How did you get into this? What made you think there's a story here?
Well, you know, we heard about this, another nonprofit in Chicago that was going to feed all organic meals to one school, one public school. We thought as filmmakers, well, that'd be interesting to follow that for a year to see what it would yield, you know, sort of the politics and the bureaucracy, and just with the kids. You know, kids always are good on camera. So we followed that for a year, and then we realized, wow, the school lunch it begs much bigger questions than this one film is yielding. So we decided to open it up to interviews. And that's when we realized we needed people who could offer a kind of top-down perspective to this bottom-up film we already had.
Ernie, what surprised you most? What did you find out you didn't know anything about?
Yeah, you know, well, I think the history was really surprising. There's some really great alliances between, you know, conservative segregationists with liberal, you know, child welfare advocates. It's a really rich history, and that they were really addressing hunger, which is often, you know, missing in the debate of school lunch. Is that, you know, it provides nutrition for a number of children that really need it. So.
Karen, what do you see as the biggest challenges here?
I think one thing we should point out is that while we have, you know, a very big issue here with childhood obesity in this country, that there's a lot of hope right now. And I feel like that, you know, there's an urgency to the issue, but films such as Lunchline, the First Lady's efforts, the leadership of Secretary Vilsack really are providing or moving this forward. And I feel like we're at a bit of a tipping point in terms of where we are. And so I think it's becoming more of a solution-based sort of conversation.
How much impact does the federal government have on the lunch program? I mean, how much impact does the federal government have on what our kids are eating when they go to school?
Well, I think, you know, if we're talking about the lunch program, you know, it's a huge impact because there's millions of meals served every day to students, and I think the hunger piece has sort of reinserted itself in the conversation because it's tough out there right now. And there are people use the lunch program in different ways. It means different things to different people. But for some large numbers of kids out there, the school lunch program provides them with their main solid square meal of the day. And so it's really important that it's as nutritious as it can be.
Is there opposition? What is the main problem that you all found in getting these kids to eating the right things? Because frankly, I mean, I see you know, these drink machines in schools, all this sugar. Somehow it seems to me that this thing is kind of all over the lot.
Well, I think school lunch touches every part of the food system, so it's interesting. And I think there are a lot of vested interest with the status quo, so that's one problem. And then the other problem, as Ernie mentioned, as Karen pointed out, is there's resources. So right now, there's the child nutrition reauthorization is being debated in the House, and they want to raise it 7 cents, when most people are saying that, you know, on the advocacy side, say we need at least $1, and they want to take that 7 cents from food stamps. So it's like, you know, it's kind of like it's a big system. To turn it's like turning a battleship. So it's hard. It's really complex.
Now, where's your film going to be seen? Tell us where we can see it if we want to see it.
Well, you can check out applegatefarms.com. They're an innovative, progressive company. They've been great on the distribution side of the film. They've gotten behind it. And you can find out information about screenings there or on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/lunchlinefilm. And you can set up a community screening and see where it's already screening around the country. But in D.C. tonight at the landmark E Street Cinema.
And you'll be in New York?
On the 6th, October 6th, and Atlanta October 13th, Houston October 28th, and, you know, on from there.
Karen, when you go home at night, what do you say to your husband about this?
Oh, I think he is right on line with me on this. I mean, we need to provide our children with the healthiest meals that we can. And I think there are lots of examples around the country of people who, yes, resources are limited, but they're finding creative ways to get this done, to get more fruits and vegetables into the classroom, to improve their education, not only of the students, but also of parent education. And that's one thing that the Let's Move campaign does, is that it gives parents the tools that they need, gives them ideas, suggestions, I mean, literally from recipes to how to, you know, include a little bit more activity in your day. And so, you know, it's been a comprehensive approach.
I thought you said an interesting thing a while ago when you said that for some children, this is the main meal of the day, and that's something we
should not forget.
And so what should that meal be?
That meal should be as balanced as possible. We need to get the sodium levels down. We need less fat, less sugar, and more fresh as they can be, fruits and vegetables.
Well, I want to thank all of you very much. It's a wonderful project that you have going here, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.